What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Jay Gutter in the building, holding shit down. Back at it again with this review on this Soul Gear for the MapleStory hero. So we're gonna jump off into it and see what the business is. Let's go over Mercedes first. She must be at the bottom of the totem pole. I don't think I did much with her. Okay, now Mercedes here. Let's see here. We'll just do the Soul Gear and then we'll talk about him. So her weapon over here is it increases skill damage by 22.6% and additionally increases attack by 860, which is pretty decent because I think after everything jumps up, like that'll jump up her increase in attack by like 1720 or something, somewhere in that range. The 22% is pretty good. I bring her up to a 200%. So I mean, that's not bad. So it's not great, but it's not bad. She does have a Yeti, so that's pretty awesome as far as her little pet goes. Now this addresses her passive skill here, which is pretty shitty because it has the stipulation she has to go first before everything's activated on her. She has to go. Terrible job. So her this one, the passive effect additionally increases movement by 1 and ignores defense by 800 upon activation. Ignoring 800 defense ain't shit, so I don't know why they felt the need to do that. So I think she just got the Frank treatment is basically what they did. They basically just gave us a Frank treatment on her. Now, I know a lot of people had promise with her because she does have the highest base attack in the game. The problem is they handicapped the shit out of her. First off, her HP is at 19,000. Being a rock hero, you need to have great defense and great HP to stay alive because these paper heroes just are hitting you so hard. So straight off the back, they gave her like some of the lowest HP in the game. And they gave her some terrible defense. Terrible defense. They gave her mediocre dodge. Like, okay, we're just gonna make her dodge. And then to top that off, they made her mastery so low to where you would have to put like damn near 3 necklaces on her to get her to 100%. So I'm just like, they just straight up destroyed Mercedes. Now, I did have hope that they were going to come out with the Soul Gear and they were going to save her. But, yeah, did they prove me wrong? I was like, there's no way they're going to come out with a hero, give them the highest base attack, and just make them and keep them shit. All of her skills have to be... She has to use one before she can activate all the sweet stuff from her skills. Because her skills are pretty fucking awesome. They would be strong as shit. If it activated turn 1, she would be by far like one of the best DPS heroes period in the game. You could actually make her a glass cannon and really fuck some people up. But of course, Nexon doesn't want to do that. So, not too excited about Mercedes. Now, if you are looking to buy a Soul Gear, definitely do not purchase hers. I wouldn't do it. Don't think it's worth it. So don't waste your time with that one. If you buy the package to where they're all in one, then that's cool. I think that would be cool because I think if we complain enough, Nexon will they will make it to where like her skills activate on turn 1 because that's the way it should be. You know what I'm saying? Like on turn 1, she should already have her good stuff going because she hasn't used any skills on the previous turn. So why wouldn't it activate? So it only makes logical sense. So maybe we can all push for that and get that going. Next up, we're gonna do Phantom here. So anyways, on Mercedes Soul Gear, if I was to rate it from a 1 to a 10, what would I give it? I'd give it a 2. Fucking terrible. Not too excited about that. Now Phantom here. I'm liking Phantoms. Let's go over his weapon first. So this applies to his second skill. It increases copy buff chance by 10% and copying buff count by 1. Now with this, wasn't too impressed because I feel like that's a little unjust. You know, he does have a unique skill. They should at least bumped it up to 100% and just left it at that. Now, this is okay. Even at a 90%, you're gonna steal some buffs because you got like a 90% chance per buff that you're trying to steal. You're stealing up to 3, so you got a 90% chance on each one of those. So that's actually not bad. You're gonna walk away stealing some buffs, but there is still that slight chance that you're not going to steal 3 of them at once, you know, but you're guaranteed to at least get one. So that's cool. With the 90% chance, there's no way you're walking away not stealing at least one buff. So that's not bad there. So I am feeling that. That's cool. At least they made that a little bit more reliable. Now his weapon here. First off, his wings here on his soul gear. It's a goddamn husky. So that's fucking awesome. Anyways, my dog's got a dog. So that's pretty cool right there. So I'm feeling that. What he got here is it increases skill damage by 12.2%. This is on his 3rd skill, and weakening by an additional 8%. Now the problem that I do have with that, like, that's okay and all. What was his skill damage at? We can't even see. I know it was pretty high. I think it does jump up to 200%. So I mean, that's a pretty high damage multiplier. It's pretty sweet hitbox. The problem that I do have with it is with this, to apply the weakening, you have to have the 2 active buffs. So to even get to this, you have to use the 2nd skill first. I'm still liking Phantom because regardless what people are thinking or are going about, he's still going to be, like, he's going to be a required hero to beat Tower of Downhill. Guarantee it, because now you can't copy the bosses buffs. I think there might be a couple that you can copy. I mean, I don't know. I haven't been all the way through it, but in Hell, there's minions who have amazing passives that this man can just go ahead and steal. So he is a monster. He's going to be a Tower of Downhill MVP. Man's a monster. So he's going to be a character that's going to be heavily relied on in the Tower of Downhill. So he's a person that you want to get. So just for that simple fact, he's worth getting. Now, how do I feel about him in Battle of Honor? I still feel like he has good promise, just for the simple fact that it depends. If when you push the auto button, like on Ice Map is the map that I can see him being valuable on. Now, if you push the auto button, and let's say you got him in like slot 3 and Valkyrie's in slot 4 and he goes first, if he sees Valkyrie there, if he goes ahead and he steals her passive, just to steal it on auto mode, then that's pretty cool. Now, if he'll only try to steal from the enemies, then that's not cool. You know what I'm saying? So that has a lot to do with it. That's the only map that I could see him being valuable at. I thought they were going to do a little bit better on his soul gear. Little depressed on that, but I mean, it is what it is at the end of the day. Now, the cool thing about this is we've seen them do it before. Now, to fix Phantom, to make him fucking OP as shit and be fucking super amazing in all aspects of the game, they need to take his 2nd skill and flip it with his 3rd. Now, we have seen them do that before with Zero. With Zero, they did that. They took his 2nd skill and made it his 3rd, and made his 3rd his 2nd. So it's not like it's something that's unheard of. And we have seen from Frank that they will buff event heroes even after the event has came and gone. So that gives us hope right there that they will fix him one day. And we know that this is a problem. We start complaining, hey, this needs to be his 3rd skill, you need to flip-flop that, and we get that flip-flop. Oh man, he's just amazing. Still right now, I'm still going to play with him, and Tower of Downhill for sure. Battle of Honor, he still has a pretty good damage multiplier, and that's a pretty sweet hitbox. He's got the chinny hitbox on both sides, and his damage multiplier is up there. So he's still a good hero. Yep, he's still a pretty damn good hero. So I like his soul gear. If I was gonna rate it from a 1 to a 10, I would probably give him like a 7.5. Actually, I'd give him higher than that. Let me go ahead and just I'd give him probably an 8, just for the simple fact that they addressed 2 areas that he was needing. So, I mean, that's not too bad. So, would I recommend buying his soul gear? Fuck yeah. For Tower of Downhill alone, you're going to need the man. So, anything. And plus, I mean, the man's got a fucking husky. He's got a fucking husky. So, go ahead and snag that up. Now, Evan over here, everybody's got to get Evan Soul Gear regardless. So it doesn't even matter. He's in the guild raids, but I think that is funny because they are coming out with the new maps. And I do believe they didn't say anything about doing it, but I bet you they're going to move the immunities that the bosses have and maybe change around their hitboxes. So it's going to be interesting. And I thought to make guild raids interesting, what they should do is put the boss, just give him like one tile that's really away from him that would fall right into Lee and Evan's hitbox. Shit would be hilarious, right where they camp out to hit the boss. Like, go ahead and put to where they can attack them right there to prevent us from using that to coming up with new stuff. I think that would be funny. But I do believe that they're going to trick us and they're going to force us into using new heroes. So we're probably going to have heroes like Henry, who's like super worthless, coming into play. We'll probably have a bunch of heroes who are just oddball, who they just want to bring in and they're going to force us to use. So don't be surprised if they change all the immunities when they change up the boards and change up the boss's hitboxes, because remember, I'm calling it out. So anyways, Evan here, let's go over his weapon here. I think it's his weapon that's a must. Yep, right here. Increases skill damage by 14.6%. He already has a pretty high damage multiplier, so he just became fucking awesome with that. And decreases additional effect activation condition by 1. So for him to confuse you before you have this soul gear to the level 10 is you have to be at least 3 tiles away. So now they can be 2 tiles away and you're going to confuse them, which is actually pretty good in Battle of Honor. The only thing we care about is the damage, the extra damage for guild raids. That's primarily what he's going to be used for. What the fuck? Are they being serious right now? So the man already has a dragon. So why'd they feel the need to give him a cat? Like, you can't pair up a dragon with a cat. So I'm not understanding where Nexon's coming from this. You know, Evan's a beast. And look how they do my dude. First off, they put him in this fucking outfit. I don't even know what's up with this outfit. He looks fucking retarded as shit with that. He looks like somebody from the Roman Empire or something from back in the days. Just looks like a fucking douchebag, but he's OP as shit. The only way that I forgive him because he got a fucking dragon. You know what I'm saying? You can't be too bad if you got a fucking dragon. He's rolling around with a dragon. But now I got to see him roll around with a dragon and a cat. Like, that's just fucking retarded. So I'm not too excited about that. I give him like an F for design on Evan. They just did a terrible job all the way around. And this right here, and like, it makes sense for them to put this towards his passive, because his passive is fucking pointless. Now, this makes no logical sense. Additionally, increases attack by 400 and defense by 400 per kill. So, his thing already has a cap on it. His passive has a cap on it. You cannot get more than 3,000 attack, and you can't get more than 1,500 defense. This is good for the Tower of Dawn Hell. But the problem is it's going to jump up. It's going to scale up quicker, but who cares about it scaling up quicker? You know what I'm saying? We would rather see that cap go up. You know, get that cap to go up. They could have doubled that, and that would have been fucking amazing. So, yeah, his soul gear is a must get just because it boosts up his skill damage on his third over here by that 14 point whatever the fuck percent. So, his is worth getting right there. Now, what would I rate his soul gear? Now, all of the soul gear is pretty much underwhelming. On this one, Nexon did a pretty terrible job. Like, I wasn't impressed by anybody's soul gear to where I was like, oh my god, wow, you fixed all the flaws with this hero. Cool. Now I'm going to use this hero. Now, they didn't do that. Now, they could have easily did something to help Phantom out here. They didn't do it. They could have definitely helped out Mercedes. If they would have just helped out Mercedes, I'd have been cool with it. Like, made her soul gear right to where, like, you know, like, maybe it makes it to where it activates on the first turn. You know what I'm saying? On her passive one. Like, additionally makes all of her good stuff, you know what I'm saying, activate on turn 1. Then she would have been awesome. I would have rolled with her. Could have used her as a glass cannon. We could have been cool. Yeah, so they just didn't do a good job, but Evans you have to get. I'd probably run him without the cat, because the cat's just too much, man. You can't be rolling around with a dragon and a damn cat. Like, what the... I don't get their logic of thinking. Phantom's is fucking amazing. He's got the best one by far because he's got a husky, so you can't hate on that. Mercedes does have the Yeti. So I mean, that's not too bad. So we're not tripping on that at all. So all in all, they didn't do too good on the Soul Gear packages. Now that we've seen the Soul Gear packages, the only must get that you have to get is Evans, like straight up for guild raid purposes and for Tower of Dawn. You know what I'm saying? So go ahead and get Evans. You can live without Phantoms, and you could definitely live without Mercedes. So you know, if it was me, if you're not going to buy the all-in-one, because there is hope they can buff them one day, I would see about getting their equipment sets. Like Phantoms is pretty damn good. Yeah, Phantoms is pretty damn good. Don't even buy Mercedes. Don't even waste your time with that. I wouldn't buy anything to do with Mercedes. They did a terrible job. Let me think. Is there anything else I was gonna go over with you guys? So anyways, we've been guilding it over here. So we haven't even been having all of our members participate every day. We've been having people not participating, and we haven't been everybody hasn't been doing 3 runs. And look at that, we're ranked number 9. So we're over here doing some work. Dark Savage on the rise. So if any guilds are interested in a merge, or you know what I'm saying, you just want to come holler at us, come jump up on the team. We are still working on building, so we're getting there, man. We're getting there. So come holler at your boy. Anyways, yep, there's my line chat, so you can hit me up online if you're interested, if you want to see what's up. So we do plan on raiding every other week to give people time to where, like, if you want to go through the Tower of Dawn Hell, you can do it. Or if you want to farm gold because guild raids is too taxing on switching equipment. So we do it every other week. We go hard, and then on our off weeks, just whoever you have rated, just go in there, make some shit happen. Anyways, that about does it for my review for the MapleStory Soul Gear review. So anyways, it's your boy, Jake Gutta, in the building. Hold his shit down. Holla at your boy.